Hello everybody, this is Robbie Parker, and I'm going to be doing my review for the new movie, Supergirl. So in this movie, when an unexpected and ruthless adversary strikes too close to home, Kara Zor-El, aka Supergirl, reluctantly joins forces with an unlikely companion on an epic interstellar journey of vengeance and justice. So I'm just going to be straight up. I did not like this movie. I thought it was pretty awful and everything, if you want me to be honest. There were things I liked about it, so I'll go ahead and do the positives first and everything. But I feel like the bad outweighs the good in this movie. David Corenswet, every time he was on screen as Superman, he is just amazing. I loved him in the first Superman movie. And every time he was on the screen, I just kept wishing, that we were just following him again. Or at least had them together throughout the whole movie, which I think they're going to do in Man of Tomorrow and stuff. I didn't really like a lot of the stuff that they did with Supergirl herself. I think Millie Alcock is good as a character. I think she fits the role pretty good and stuff, and I think she's a beautiful actress. I don't get all these incels in their parents' basements talking about how ugly she is and stuff. I think those dudes are freaking idiots, because she is absolutely gorgeous, and she is good in the role. I just don't really like the way the character was written in this movie. I didn't really like this movie though. Jason Momoa is pretty cool as Lobo and stuff. You can tell he's having a blast and everything, and it's a character he's always wanted to play, so I did like that and stuff. I thought he was good and stuff, although I do prefer him as Aquaman, to be honest with you. And there's some pretty good makeup effects in here too, like on the alien creatures and stuff, which is also something I forgot to mention in my Superman review, is there's a lot of awesome practical makeup effects in these movies and stuff. I really did like that and everything. And the stuff with her parents on Krypton was actually pretty cool too. I think her parents were handled way better than Superman's parents were and everything. I like that. And the stuff with Baby Krypto is really good too. He's so adorable and stuff, and everything. And I am glad that I do like what they did with Krypto in this story and everything. I think it did kind of give it a little bit of an emotional punch, but I felt like it could have hit a lot harder than it did. But now, as far as the negatives go, I'll say the story just is not very good. It's been done before many times. Here it's taken inspiration from True Grit and Mad Max and stuff, and you can definitely see that. Like, those are much better movies with the same type of story. I think Krim is a pretty whack villain. He felt like an early MCU villain, just kind of a throwaway one. He's not very good. And I also don't like that this movie feels like Guardians of the Galaxy with the tone of the old DCEU. And everything is dark and depressing and not fun at all, hardly. It doesn't really have any fun moments and stuff and everything, but it also, they try hard to make it feel like Guardians of the Galaxy, just darker. And I didn't like that. Everything. I didn't think that worked very well at all. And I understand why Supergirl is a depressed, hopeless drunk and stuff, but it just also took away the fun of the movie and everything. I didn't like that at all and everything. I get she's supposed to be the stark contrast of Superman and be completely different from him and everything, but I just didn't think it was executed well. I think they should have made her become more hopeful as the movie went on and stuff and everything, instead of just waiting until the last minute and everything. Like I said, I don't want to get into spoilers on things that they do with it, but I didn't like that. And the action isn't very good in here. Like we've seen action scenes that are like what we got in this movie many times in other movies, done better and everything, which is something I do hear a lot of people say about this movie. It's just a lot of this stuff feels like we've seen it before and done better and everything. And I'm also just tired of the flawed, traumatized protagonist that's always down on their luck, sad and everything. I'm so tired of that. Like, that's one of the reasons I like Superman so much, is he's this hopeful, not cynical dude and everything, and everything. Like I love that about Superman. I get they were trying to make Supergirl different, but I just did not like that. Like I said, that's just also, I'm tired of these broken characters being the main characters and stuff. I miss when movie characters and superheroes were fun and lighthearted and stuff too, and everything. And like I mentioned before, I do wish Superman had more to do in this movie, because he really was truly the only thing about this movie that I really liked. Anytime he was on screen, I had a big smile on my face and everything, but his scenes were so short in this movie. They show him a few times, mostly in flashbacks and stuff, but every time he is on screen, he makes the movie better and everything. And it is really the only reason I probably would ever go back and rewatch it, is because of his involvement in this story and stuff. I really do love David Cornsweet as Superman. He's just absolutely great, and this movie just reconfirmed it and everything. And I also don't really like the tone of this movie. Like, you could tell that James Gunn interfered a lot. Director Craig Gillespie has said in interviews that James Gunn heavily interfered with the making of this movie and stuff, and that there was a lot of stuff cut, which is very obvious. The movie's only an hour and 48 minutes and everything, and that's another thing that I'll get to in a minute, but you can definitely tell that there was a lot of interference from James Gunn and people at DC and stuff, which just proves that DC hasn't learned a damn thing and everything. They're never gonna be able to make masterpieces or anything, because the people involved will not keep their heads out of the director's asses and stuff and everything. And like with this version of Superman, I don't like that Supergirl is weak as hell, which it does make more sense on her in this movie because she's not around the yellow sun throughout most of the movie. But they really just make her really, really weak, and she gets beat up easily and stuff. It's like Superman and Supergirl shouldn't be getting beat up as easily as they do in these movies. That's the one big flaw I do have with them and stuff and everything. And the pacing is just awful. Like, this movie is an hour and 48 minutes, and it felt like I was watching a 2.5 to 3 hour movie. Like, it did not feel as short as it was and everything, and that also just really hurt the movie for me too and everything. So all in all, I think Supergirl is a huge step backwards for the DCU and everything, and I hope that this doesn't like destroy them and everything, because I am looking forward to Clayface and Man of Tomorrow and stuff, and I am curious to what they're going to do with more of this stuff. But this Supergirl, if this is what it's going to be like, then I'm not really gonna. I'll give these next couple a chance, and if they mess up as bad as they did with this movie, I'm done with DC and everything, like completely done and everything. But I really did not like this movie. It's slow and boring and way too depressing. Like it should not have been as depressing as it was and stuff. It could have been so much better than it was and everything. I'm just so tired of them trying to make stuff way too deeper than it needs to be and everything. I go to superhero movies for a fun, lighthearted time, not for messages about depression and stuff like that. It's getting old and everything. Like I just felt like this movie could have been so much better and everything. So I'd say I'd give it a 4 out of 10, and that 4 is strictly for David Cornsweet as Superman, just because I love him so much. And I'll give him 3.5, and that little 5% can go to Crypto too, because I love Crypto. But yeah, this movie was not very good. I do look forward to seeing Millie Alcock back as the character. I hope that she's done a lot better in Man of Tomorrow. Hopefully she will be more lighthearted and won't be drunk and depressed through the whole movie and stuff, which the way the movie ended, she probably won't be and stuff. But I just hope for way better in the future from DC. Like this was a huge step backwards from that first Superman movie, which I thought was a legit pretty great movie and everything. So yeah, but anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of Supergirl, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody. I just want to say thank you for watching this video and everything. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please like and subscribe and share this video with your friends and get more people going, help the channel grow. I really appreciate it, and thank you all, and have a good day.